As organizations grow, there is a need to ensure that relevant information exists, employees know where to find it, and that best practices and standards are implemented effectively. Now, all of these seems pretty obvious, but the truth is many people struggle with it. So let me show you how Rely.io can help out. My name is Thiago and I'm with Rely.io. On this video, I'm going to show you how you can use scorecards to improve visibility on teams' production readiness and enforce standards and best practices across the organization. So, what is a scorecard in the first place? There are many definitions across the internet, but the one I prefer is a scorecard is a collection of performance metrics that are designed to reflect strategic goals of your business unit or organization. So, to use scorecards, you need, first of all, a collection of performance metrics, and second, a way to track them. I'll leave requirement number 1 to you because you know your team and organization much better than I do. So let's focus on requirement number 2. Organizations and their teams will try to enforce standards and best practices by using multiple strategies such as creating software templates, having scripts, or using infrastructure as code frameworks to deploy their services and infrastructure. And all of these are valid. The main challenge is how to monitor that these are indeed being used and best practices are being followed. A common approach is to have a regular sync with different stakeholders across the organization, collect their inputs and store them in some kind of spreadsheets to be kept for reference and shared with managers and directors eventually. The problem with this strategy is that this provides a static snapshot of a point in time and it's rarely up to date. So, how can Rely.io solve this problem? The answer is scorecards. Scorecards in Rely.io are dynamic, always up to date, and require no intervention whatsoever from developers or their team leads. This is a huge time saver and has a direct impact on developers' productivity. To get started, you just need to go to Rely.io and open the Scorecards tab. If you haven't added a Git or incident management provider, you might see a message asking you to do so. On this page, you can create your own scorecards, but we've already created a few based on customer feedback and industry standards to save you time. Let's examine the Service Production Readiness Scorecard to see what it offers. The Overview tab presents a list of different tiers, bronze, silver, and gold, and all the indicators needed to achieve those tiers. On this page, I would like to highlight 2 key points. The first one is that the specified rules use insights from various tools, allowing you to easily adapt them to your tech stack through our built-in plugins. The second is that this specific scorecard applies to the service blueprint. This flexibility is crucial because you can create scorecards for any blueprint in Rely.io. Now, all of this is pretty powerful already, but how do we ensure teams and their members actually follow the best practices tracked by the scorecards? At Rely.io, we use leaderboards because who doesn't love a bit of gamification, right? So in this specific case, we can assess how production ready our services are by checking their progress. And if you want more detailed information, you can examine how each of them comply with the defined rules. And lastly, I'd like to point out that scorecards are visible in various contexts, not just the scorecards page. So when you navigate to a service or a team, you'll see scorecards relevant to them, omitting those that don't really apply. This approach provides all necessary information within the context of each blueprint. And that's it. With Rely.io, you can track your performance metrics in an automated way, get your teams engaged in some healthy competition, and replace boring tasks with some fun. Enjoy!